Ozark, starring the dude from Arrested Development and Zootopia. Wait, Jason Bateman voices the fox from Zootopia? How did I just learn this? Anyway, Ozark is the show that takes place in my state. Sadly, I'm from Missouri. I don't live on a farm or anything, but let's just say I've seen a few crackheads in my time. I've heard good things about the show. Not only that, but I'm guessing it'll be like Breaking Bad, minus the cancer. Episode 1 starts with Marty Bird giving a Joker speech about money. It's not about the money, man. He's talking to a couple about investing while looking at a sex tape. Nice, man, you're a cool guy who does that at the office. His buddy slash business partner Bruce talks to Marty about buying a building for the new office.
What kind of windows are these?
The kind you see through.
We go to his weirdly dark kitchen and Marty and his family are eating dinner.
I'm trying to help you, retard.
That is how siblings talk to each other, so that's accurate. Their family conversation is very tense. At least the mom is trying to be nice. Marty's back to watching the prawn video he wasn't able to finish at the office. He's literally just watching it while his wife was watching TV. Later, he tucks his kids into bed. Then he picks up a hooker. For some reason, she gives him a speech and then goes to her job.
Don't come too fast.
Hey, 30 seconds is a long time. Psych, he pulled a Joe Goldberg and was just fantasizing about being with a prostitute. Bruce calls Marty to tell him to meet with him and Dell. Marty goes to some shady area and Dell looks like the mob boss type. And he is, which also comes with Marty owing $5 million to Dell. Bruce and Marty have been laundering money for over 10 years. Yeah, someone is about to die. Yup, that tracks. Oh yeah, Bruce's girlfriend was in there. She's dead now.
A cage. I read it.
They're in a warehouse area. The son and father of the company Marty and Bruce were laundering money for got shot in the head. Bruce confessed to stealing $8 million of Dell's money, but Marty had nothing to do with this. Dang. Okay. Marty offers a new business opportunity. His family going to the Ozarks and Marty working for Dell down there, promising to make $5 million in over 5 years. Dell doesn't shoot Marty. He wants his $5 million in 2 days now. Now Marty has to live in Missouri. I'm sorry, man. Marty tells his wife everything that happened. She's panicking, which I don't blame her for. The kids don't take to moving to Missouri too well.
No fucking way am I going.
Charlotte, you're going. We're all going.
The mom tries to calm the daughter down, but it doesn't work. Marty calls everyone he knows to try to get $5 million. Wendy, the mom, emptied all their checking and savings account, which isn't good. Wendy has also been having an affair with Gary, some old white guy. Is not a big deal. And Dell just came over to his house.
I will dig in.
So long, Gary.
I was wrong, I messed up, and now you're gone.
Dell calls Marty. He offers to take out Wendy for him, so it wouldn't be a headache for Marty, even though that is so tempting. Wendy was let go. Marty tries to get money from his bank. They weren't going to let him get it since it's probably illegal, but Marty convinces them to hand over $5 million of his own money. Dell wants all the $7 million given to him to be cleaned again, which would make him lose money, but okay. The family is packing the minivan to go to good old Missouri. The FBI is looking for Dell. They knew Bruce was laundering money for them, and Bruce was working with the FBI. We end the episode, the family finally moving to the Ozarks. Episode 1, I was surprised. The show kind of throws you in. It already has the very tense, very extreme situations. I'm curious on how the kids will adapt to this. It's weird that it's in my area. It's like I could literally drive to the Ozarks right now. I heard that they also made the most of the Missourians to be crackheads and incest babies. We're not all like that. I see a few meth heads, but that's mostly normal, right? Marty's family isn't taking the big move too well. Charlotte, daughter, is especially annoyed and confused about the move. The wife is yapping about Gary. Like, bitch, move on already, damn. Marty is the alpha male of the car.
But you're absolutely right that I share some blame for this. I should have caught Bruce. I was in charge of the numbers. I should have seen it coming. But my mind was elsewhere, Wendy. Why does she get so many texts every night? Why does she have to leave the room to make a phone call? I wonder who's fucking my wife.
Joking aside, he actually made a few points. Marty said a not so nice thing about Gary and Wendy slaps him. Marty's new job is helping small businesses by investing into them and getting money back. He first helps a storage unit guy and actually purchases a storage unit himself. He goes to some more small businesses while Wendy is looking at houses. A worker at the place they're staying at is spitting some riz on Charlotte. I'm sorry I said that.
It's chock full of, clever-sounding, overly judgmental one-liners.
Yeah, look, Wyatt, is it? I really don't want to have to get you fired today, okay?
He offers her to go with him and his buddies somewhere that is not boring. She's bored and goes with them. Game is game, I guess. Charlotte is on a boat with Wyatt and his friends, while Jonah just sits at home until he goes to an arcade and has some fun. Wyatt threw Charlotte off the boat.
Wyatt, stop! What are you doing?
Yeah, he didn't own that boat, by the way, and the police saw them, so Wyatt just decided to throw her off. At the police station, Marty has to pay for the damages, and they're not very happy about it. They convince the sheriff to let them off. They find out that the cleaning lady is the cousin of Wyatt, and she stole a whole suitcase of money from Marty. This is very distressing, since if Del finds out, he will shoot everyone. Marty confronts the white, trashy people who stole his money. Marty tells them that Del will go after them if he finds out his money got stolen. This situation is very annoying. Some of them leave while some steal some of it for themselves. Marty hides the rest of the money in all kinds of creative places. Marty's honestly not the worst father. I haven't seen too much, but at least he says the nice thing to his kids. He's planning on game ending himself since he believes that cleaning 8 million is impossible in 3 months. And if he's dead, Del would let Marty's family go. Nevertheless, Marty wasn't able to do it. Instead, he went to another small business to invest into.
So get out. Now.
He drinks at the ladies' bar area.
Tuck, you are without a doubt the biggest retard I've ever seen.
Whoa, calm down. You can't say that. That's Tucker. Jonah met him when he went on his little walk earlier. Marty told the guy off. At first, it was out of principle, but then he saw the owner was walking over. The others are moving into their new house. This place has a weird rule. The owner wants to have the family live with them. He has heart problems and is gonna die in about a year. It was cheap, so Wendy accepted these very weird rules.
Mom, what are we doing here?
Your father's laundering money for a Mexican drug cartel.
Well, you don't have to lead with that. Episode 2, I can see that this show is almost a rip-off of Breaking Bad. It's only the second episode, but I can see the resemblance. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I don't like the blue tint over the screen though. It reminds me of the show Titans in the worst way possible. Wyatt faking out Charlotte was funny. He just threw her off the speedboat. The blonde girl is very annoying. She's gonna be a problem for sure later. The moving guys didn't put the furniture in the house. Marty got pissed and yelled at the guy. How are you a moving company but you don't put the furniture inside the house? The kids know about Marty being involved with the cartel now. Charlotte is calling her dad and mom by their first names for some reason.
If you want anything?
Yeah. Maybe you could pick up some pistachio ice cream?
Fat ass. The FBI guy is taking photos of the family while they move the boxes into the house.
Perfect.
Marty's at the business he invested into, the Blue Cat Lounge. He works on new strategies to help the business get more traction. The annoying blonde girl shows up to Marty's job, and she begs for a new job, since she was fired. Yeah, she just threatens him to be hired. Marty pulls a light alchemy move and makes the girl an accomplice. He hires her though. Wendy has been going insane. Everything around her is redneck and good old country songs.
Can kill myself.
Yup. Finally a character I can relate to. Real talk for a second. That's not even a joke. In the part of Missouri I am from, it's not that bad. But I hate country things. Cowboy boots, hats, those dark jeans with cowboy boots. My family knows that I'm the #1 hater of anything country. Anyway, Marty drops off Charlotte at her new job interview. During the interview, she runs out because she saw Wyatt and his brother. Damn. She just goes into the car and leaves the interviewer sitting there while they go home.
You watching porn?
Asking that is straight up wild. At least be subtle about it. He was in fact not watching porn. He was looking at violence Cartel's cause. He's just worried about the family guy. A different FBI agent showed up at the house. He questions Marty about Bruce's disappearance. Marty sucks at lying. He says that he thought Bruce was going to do something illegal and he wanted to dissolve his partnership with him. The agent knows he's lying. He just wants to know about the cartel Del is leading. They still lie to the agent and he leaves.
I mean, is mint the same as pistachio?
No, ma'am.
Huh? Is it? Is it? I mean, it tastes nothing like pistachio. One has chips.
Alright, Marty goes out for a late boat ride. He's very sleep deprived and he sleeps on the boat. Wendy visits Wyatt's family. They've been leaving roadkill on the lawn and she just throws the dead possum they left at Wyatt. They in fact did not do that. That's later on.
With my daughter, you come near my house again. It'll be you the vultures are picking at.
I'm sorry, but that's not threatening at all. Marty goes to the booby bar he looked at when he was trying to work with the owner. He fakes out the stripper. He wants to know what her boss is like. Back at home, Marty and Charlotte have a cute father and daughter moment, and Marty finally gets sleep. Episode 3. Decent episode. I feel for Wendy. Being around a culture you don't like very much can get annoying. Ruth is probably going to have a character arc later on, showing she's not a bad person. Wyatt isn't actually a bad guy either, just in like a bad, weird family. Charlotte is also making such drastic decisions. I don't know why she's keep doing that. She's probably going to do worse things in the future, and that's not good. Marty's meeting with the stripper from before, Margaret, in a really dark bar. Why is everything in this show blue tinted or covered in shadows? Charlotte was being catcalled.
Hey, she's 15, asshole.
She's 15!
15, my nigga. I like young girls.
Del calls Marty. He's asking about how the money is doing.
We're gonna kill your family gently and be done with all this madness.
Del is annoyed that he's not getting most of the money that Marty promised. Marty asks Ruth to rob the strip club owner, but of course she wants 25% of the cut.
Women.
The owner of the strip club is very creepy. Who would have guessed? Ruth is pretending to want to be a stripper.
Well, it ain't gonna suck itself, sweetheart.
That's wild to say. To sum it up, she punches his penis and walks out. Later, Ruth calls Marty about what she needs to break into the safe.
Where are you going?
What the hell is he doing? Jonah has been obsessed with death after Marty tells him about the cartel stuff. He dragged a wolf out of the wolves that was already dead and digs through its guts by the lake. I don't know, that's like some school shooter energy. That's weird. Marty talks to Wendy about Jonah. Wendy thinks that he's just going through a phase, which I don't know what type of psychopathic phase that is. Wendy is in big denial. And Charlotte hears all of this. They finally talk to Jonah about it. He tells them that he's studying vultures, using the bodies to do so. That's still really weird. What goes through your mind? Weirdo. Freak. Ruth sets up her underage cousins at the strip club. That sends the police there, allowing Ruth to get into the safe. Marty helps her get it open. The next day, Marty talks to the owner, offering to buy the strip club.
When you went to post your own bail and you noticed that your accounts were offline, did you stop to wonder why?
Marty knows that he's laundering money and that the business guy owns isn't really his. Marty talks to the classy ladies at the club. He tells him that they don't have to put money where their mouth is anymore, if you know what I mean. Marty's watching the same videos always. Bro, come on, you have an actual problem. Wendy talks to Marty about a house she bought and she'll use it for laundering money.
What'd you do today for our family?
Bought a strip club.
Episode 4. This episode was good. Jonah is being misunderstood, I guess. I think he's fine, just really weird. Good old Marty is saving the strippers from being hookers. Bars. Which is a setup. I'm pretty sure that he might up hooking up with one of the strippers at some point. I already know that Marty likes the lodge owner lady. It's turning into like a rom-com, but with people who are on meth and crack. So, typical Missouri. We are thrown into a robbery at a gas station. People are screaming, a guy got shot, and then another person walks in. He tries to calm the guy down. He gets fucked up in the process. We then cut to that guy, Mason, lying in the lake. I don't know if he's on drugs, but he looks like he's on drugs. Marty and his wife find the strip club owner dead at their dock. Marty's driving somewhere until a man stops him in the middle of the road. He had business with the previous owner of the strip club and wanted to deal with it with Marty instead, but he said his employer wouldn't allow it. Just so you know, that old man and his wife killed the strip club owner. They're bad guys. Charlotte gets hit on by some 20-year-old dude at the Blue Cat Lounge. Bro, she's 15, bruh. Marty's gonna be at the Blue Cat Lounge for a bit, so he asks Ruth to run the strip club for a little while. At Blue Cat, Marty's business partner tells him not to be in front of people, since everyone thinks he killed the previous strip club owner. Gary's son, the guy who went splat, comes over to talk about his father to Wendy. He's suspicious about his father's suicide. Marty goes to Blue Cat. Rachel and him talk about complicated relationship stuff. Ruth beats on a stripper after that stripper called out Ruth about her father. Dang, I Batman. Gary's son told Wendy that he's going to talk to the police about Gary. Marty isn't happy about this. Later, Marty and Wendy go to the police station. The sheriff is very suspicious of them.
Whatever it is you're up to, stop.
That's honestly fair to ask of them. To give background information for the scene, the FBI agent guy is gay, and he's been undercover in the Ozarks. He's been hanging out with Wyatt's dad, and he isn't the biggest fan of gay people. They went out fishing. He kissed Wyatt's dad. Dang, that's cool. I mean, not cool. Marty and Wendy figure out that some group or person are running the Ozarks. They visit a couple. The guy who was shot in the beginning of the episode is back. He's actually a pastor that showed up earlier in the season. Wendy's pretty charismatic during this, convincing the couple to help build up a church. Wyatt's dad goes to the FBI guy and kisses him. I saw that coming a little bit. I saw that coming. Usually the most homophobic people are gay themselves, at least from what I've seen. Marty's back at the Gentleman's Club. They've made 80 grand since he's been gone. He offers her to run the place for good. He does the numbers and stuff, and she just manages the club. The bad guy group familiar is back. They sent a guy over to the house. Jonas spots him and runs over to the woods to grab a gun. But he puts his gun back after he gets picked up. The next day, we reveal that the bad guys are actually using the pastor to run their own drug empire, cocaine lab. Now that they're gonna build a church, it ruins their, drug plans. So that's not good. This episode was great. I expected that guy to be a tad gay. The church guy seems decent. His wife or something is gonna get killed by the bad guy group. That's obvious. That's gonna happen. Wyatt is pretty intelligent. He loves books, and he's ashamed of his family, which makes sense. He feels like he's the smartest one there, because he is. He's the only one that actually can read. We start the episode with Marty riding his bicycle around, checking on the things. He gets kidnapped. Soon after, Wendy and Charlotte find his bike and helmet, but no Marty. Marty's been taken by the redneck drug dealers. Snell, weird name. I'm gonna ignore that. They're upset that he got rid of the preacher who's supposed to be on the water. They do the usual threatening the family. Marty's family looked for him everywhere, then he returns home. Marty and Wendy talk to the church couple. They have to stall the construction, at least for now. Marty's at the Blue Cat, brooding over more work, and Rachel comes over to talk to Marty. Bro, she wants you so bad. Dell sent a package to the house. What even is that? Ruth electrified lightning bolted the water so she can kill Marty later in the afternoon. I don't know the point of it, but alright. Charlotte goes onto another guy's boat. He's clearly over 18.
I'll take yours.
What are you doing? You're 15!
How old are you? Old enough to drink that beer?
Nope.
Bro, she's underage. They have sex. By the way, dude just committed a crime. Like a big crime. He has a business, by the way. Some more crime is about to happen soon. Ruth and Marty go on that boat ride. He doesn't end up dying though. Instead, Marty and Wendy have sex. And it's exactly like the video he watched, which, manifested. Ruth confronts Wyatt's dad. She's angry and confused that Marty isn't dead. The next morning, Wendy is confused on why he slapped her butt during intercourse. She checks his computer and finds the prawn video he was watching since episode 1. Ruth comes back to give their car back, and Wendy helps her black eye. Charlotte comes home, angry. The rich guy left to go back to Chicago, and she's very upset. Rachel looks over the paperwork. She's frustrated and confused. The paperworks don't add up and confronts Marty about it.
I'm talking. Put the fucking phone down.
This episode was I feel like they do things in the show to be more disturbing. It feels a bit extreme, which I guess is the point. The show's dark tint is honestly starting to annoy me. It's just a blue tint everywhere. Why? It makes it look so weird. Is it supposed to be like, the ocean hue? I've been to LA. It's sometimes like that, but not 24/7. I don't know. It's in Missouri too. It's not like that here, dude. What are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. The freaking Charlotte and that 20-year-old. I mean, I think that happens in real life, yeah. But it's weird. Okay, I'm uncomfortable by it. Okay, I can feel that way. Marty tried calling Wendy. The church put up a cross. You gotta remember that redneck bad guy said to Marty that if they put anything up, including a cross, they will die. He finds them at the pastor's house. Marty offers a deal to them, and they leave without hurting the pastor's family. So, you know, that's good. Marty has to give all his money to them now. Low key, this is pissing me off. Everything is already bad enough. Now he has to deal with them too. Like, why, man? Charlotte and Jonah are back to school, and Marty is not doing well with business stuff. Wendy is doing her real estate, and some dude walks in. Actually, he asks about what other property they have for sale. Yeah, this dude is a bad guy. By the way, he wants $8 million. Wendy tricks her coworker into giving his mother's money to Marty to invest with. Marty tries to tell the pastor about Snell. He doesn't believe it, but his wife does. Yeah, she's angry at her husband. He wants to stop preaching, which is basically game ending yourself for no reason. She doesn't like this. She wants him to preach so, you know, they don't die.
God wasn't protecting you. The kid had shitty.
Damn, that was kind of tough, not gonna lie. We're now at Jonah. Sigma Jonah outsmarts his teacher.
What are you talking about? I mean, are you familiar with gross domestic product? It's the total of all the money spent on.
I know what gross domestic product is.
He just starts yapping. He got sent to the principal's office. Charlotte also isn't at school. She's trying to go to Chicago to transfer back to her old school. The pastor visited Snell. He tells them he knows about the drugs and he won't help them anymore.
And did they deal drugs while Jesus was giving his sermons?
He throws Marty under the bus, telling him that Marty is laundering money. The pastor agrees to going back on the water. Speaking of Marty, he's talking to the mother of Wendy's coworker.
Son, is your dad a nerd?
Total.
He charms the lady and she accepts the business investing deal thing. Wendy found Charlotte. Ruth is with them and they visit her dad, who is in prison. Who would have thought? Her father wanted her to kill Marty, but she wasn't able to.
I meant the cheeks and the lips and the eye caps. You look like a whore.
Ah, nice thing to say to your daughter. He calls her dumb, stupid, and ugly. He asks her not to come back until Marty is dead. Wendy's coworker got mad at his mother.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you have to be such a constant 24/7 nagging, incessant f***ing bitch?
He stands up for himself and fires his own mother, which I would do. She is a nagging bitch. What just happened? Pastor burns down the pre-built church. Snell and them want to kill Marty, but have to wait for now. Marty and Wendy argue, like really loudly.
Every night you came home to this family, you were living a fucking lie.
Apparently, the prom video Marty watches stars Wendy as the actress. While that is happening, Charlotte is low-key drowning. Okay, never mind. High-key drowning. Yeah, she pushes back up though. Episode 7. This episode was actually one of the better ones. I didn't expect the annoying woman to die that violently, but you know, oh well. I really didn't know that Wendy was in the video. I thought it was just some young blonde, not Wendy. Charlotte almost dying is crazy. I had no idea why would they let her swim in the lake when it's like pretty much nighttime. That's a pretty dumb decision. It's 2007, and Dell is talking to a lot of business dudes, including Bruce and Marty. Young Wendy is trying to work in some political thing. Honestly, I didn't care at all about this part because politics are boring and gay. Marty's out golfing with the guys. Dell is also there, which is weird since he killed so many people. Bruce and Marty go out to eat, and Marty's been in a downer.
Crawl in a hole, die, you know.
We go to a yellow-filtered home. Let me guess, Mexico. Literally every show does that. I don't know why. Mexico doesn't look like that. It's not yellow everywhere. Dell, his family, Wendy, Bruce, and Marty all have dinner together at Dell's house.
Only just offsets the time when he made a speech at our wedding just to make sure that the maid of honor knew what room he was in.
That sounds low-key kinda cool. Back at the office, Marty tells Dell that someone might be stealing from him. Ah, you could call that a callback. When Dell leaves, Marty tells Bruce that Dell is definitely doing something illegal. Bruce isn't happy that Marty declined the offer Dell made to him. Later, Dell calls Marty down for a drink in the middle of the night. Dell asks him again to clean his money. He glazes Marty about his intelligence, and also Dell says he doesn't want Bruce to be involved. To be fair, I wouldn't want him involved either. Marty declines the offer Dell made. Wendy feels like crap, so Marty offers to go on a trip with Dell. Later on that vacation, Wendy actually agreed to Marty working with the cartel, which is a very stupid choice, but alright. Dell kills a guy in front of Bruce and Marty later on. Then he goes home and is worried about working for Dell. Episode 8. This episode was not great, not horrible. I'm still a little confused on some of the parts of this episode. I like that they show Marty kind of knew what he was getting himself into. I thought Marty just blindly got involved and didn't know he's working for like a mob boss, but apparently he did. Back to the present. Jonah got a gun. Slowly, bro is turning into a school shooter. It's a bit awkward after that fight Marty and Wendy had last night. Their family is being watched by one of Del's guys. The pastor burned down the church Marty was trying to help build. The FBI guy tells Wyatt's dad about who he truly is.
You faggot fuck.
Yeah, that's the reaction I thought was gonna happen. He attacks the FBI guy. He gets pinned.
I found you. 07, Jeff City, you were arrested for picking up a 19-year-old male prostitute. So no, I did not turn you. Now you work with me, or everyone's gonna know about it.
Damn, that's a horrible thing to do. Marty tries to talk to Rachel.
Rachel, you let me back into the Blue Cat to finish my business, or I'm gonna come for you. You understand what I'm saying? I will kill you. I will throw your body in the lake, and no one will find you. No one will know. Okay, I get caught, that's all you'll need.
Kinda cool. She agrees to work with him again. Wendy doesn't trust her. They talk about the relationship. It's very uncomfortable. Sam comes by and he wants their money for his mother's funeral. Marty offers to pay for it since he has to use the money Sam's mom gave Marty. The funeral is gonna cost about 20 grand. Damn, that's a lot of money.
Pre-tax, it's $49,950.
Oh my gosh, bruh. That's way too much. Wendy calls out the funeral guy. He's upcharging since his business isn't doing too well. Wyatt's dad talks to his brother about killing Marty. The FBI guy wanted him to get Ruth to confess to trying to kill Marty. He wasn't successful, so he's gonna kill Marty and get his money. Yeah, not suspicious at all. Jonah practices with a new gun at Tuck Bottom. The old man finds the gun he was hiding and empties the magazine. Del sent Marty $50 million to clean up. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Marty forces his kids to wrap up the money, which is hilarious to watch because it's just child labor. Wendy's dad gets electrified on the dock when he was about to kidnap Marty. They find Wyatt's dad dead. Marty figured out that Ruth was behind it because she drove by later that night. Third, we end the episode with the FBI guy finding out that Wyatt's dad is dead. Episode 9, great episode. I like Wendy more now. It makes sense that they've been doing this for a while now. Jonah is definitely going to try to use that gun in the next episode. I expected for Wyatt's dad to die, but not like how he did. I thought he was going to get shot by the FBI guy or something, but he got electrified. In this final episode, we have Wendy and Marty giving Ruth and her cousins a gift basket. Pastor is having a meltdown. The guilt of him being involved with the drugs and bad people are getting to him. He stops the church sermon and he wants to talk to Snell. The pastor tells Snell that he can't do it. Preaching while also being an accomplice to drugs isn't the greatest look. Later, he searches for his wife, but only finds a baby. I don't really know what that means. I'm pretty sure they took the baby out of her and killed the woman. I mean, at least they didn't kill the baby as well. I'm guessing. I don't know what really happened. Marty talks to Snell, making a deal with him. He's planning on buying their product to make up for the cost of one of their guys. Wendy was planning to take the kids and her up to Kansas City, but the hitman dude who works for Snell questions her about it, with Jonah pointing a gun at him. Oh yeah, it was empty. The old dude shows up. Oh dang. Wendy and the kids get out of there. Marty comes back home to find the hitman dead. He's confused where the kids and Wendy are. The old man tells him that they left and are on the road. Rachel finds the money Marty hid in the cabin walls and steals a lot of it, only to find Del at the Blue Cat. As he leaves, we see the FBI guy spot him, and he tells his ex-boyfriend slash coworker about it, and they come up with a plan. Rachel packs her stuff and dips. Wendy went to the place Marty told her to go. He sent the PI guy, or whatever he is, from the first couple episodes. He gives them new identities, passports, social security, etc. Marty is back at the house. Del is there. He questions him where his worker is. Del and his buddy question him very nicely.
I've got no fucking idea. Hey, I have no idea where the... Oh, God damn it!
Ow. Marty tells him about a plan. They come over to Snell's place.
He's a hunting dog. He's sensitive to different smells.
Huh, that was the first semi-racist thing we've seen. Honestly, I thought there'd be a lot more since it's Missouri. Del agrees to the deal.
Only Marty Bird
and moved to Missouri and somehow convinced me to partner with a bunch of rednecks.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh shit.
Can somehow convince me to partner with a bunch of rednecks.
Oh shit again. The wife kills the cartel people.
There's one thing Mexico is full of, it is Mexicans.
I don't know why, but that was really funny to me. Marty's rightfully upset since he won't be seeing his family again. The police thought they found Dell driving away, but it was only Marty. The next day, Marty calls Wendy to tell her not to come back. Wendy apologizes for everything. The kids are rightfully upset, not wanting to leave their names or their dad. The pastor does the unthinkable and baptizes his baby. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was drowning him the entire time, but he was baptizing him. But it was a really long baptizing. Like he stuck him under there for like a while. Like bubbles are coming up. Wendy takes the kids home. It's very wholesome.
Dad? Dad?
Overall review. This show was like a 6.5 out of 10 in my opinion. I like shows that have a mix of serious and humor, similar to real life, but it was constant seriousness and stress. The acting was good throughout the entire thing. I thought the acting was a bit weird in the first episode because Marty was so calm when he talked with Dell and seeing a guy get murdered. But we find out later that Marty's been working for Dell for a while and has seen some stuff. It feels very similar to Breaking Bad, which isn't a bad thing, but I'm not the biggest fan of Breaking Bad, which is probably a hot take. I would say if you're really bored, then sure, go ahead, but there are a lot better shows out there that aren't that depressing and have a better overall seriousness and plot. Like I would recommend You or Dexter over this 100%, and even then I don't know if I'd really recommend this show. It was okay for like a first time watch, but it's just very predictable, and I really hate the blue tint over everything. That's actually the biggest issue I had. It's just annoying. I hate seeing that all the time.